Newfoundland fishermen have lost an early battle against the government's new plan for the northern cod fishery. A federal judge struck down an attempt to prevent the reopening to large commercial operations. But as CTV's Garrett Barry explains, this historic debate isn't over yet.
For decades, Newfoundland and Labrador mourned as the historic northern cod stock slowly recovered. The fishery was shut down by the federal government in 1992, throwing thousands out of work in order to let the resource rebuild. This year, it was a surprise when the federal government said the long wait was over, that commercial cod fishing was back, that fishermen could take more from the water, and big offshore vessels, after years of prohibition, could get in on the action too.
She ignored her own scientific advice. She took advice from, God help us, the 6 Liberal MPs.
The Fish, Food and Allied Workers, the powerful fisheries union in Newfoundland and Labrador, immediately disagreed. They protested and went to court, armed with evidence that Fisheries Minister Diane Leboutillier overruled advice provided by her scientists in her own department, who advocated for no changes. This week, the FFAW learned their first application for emergency intervention by a judge failed.
Well, obviously, very disappointed.
But the main showdown is still to come, and the union is vowing to keep fighting.
The minister's decision, DFO minister's decision, is so important that it needs review. It's a serious issue.
Ottawa said international agreements forced it to let foreign vessels back in after the fishery reached a certain size. Another part of the rationale to reopen commercial fishing was in part to keep fish plants running all year. Large offshore boats can do that. They'll fish over the winter. But the FFAW believes an offshore winter fishery could really hurt cod reproduction. Those offshore boat owners say overall their role is still small and the overall fishery is still fairly small too. They say it's unlikely to cause irreparable harm.
The idea that the minister's decision of 18,000 tons is going to do irreparable harm really doesn't stand up.
The docks are quiet now. Most everybody's got all their fish caught for the year. But this dispute is sure to heat up again when the parties head back to court next year. Heather?
All right, Garrett, thank you.